Good evening, I'm Katerina Georgieva. Thanks for joining us. It is time for Sounds of the Season. It's a time to support our local food banks.
You okay?
Time to celebrate kindness.
Some people are struggling to get through the holidays.
And time to show you how generous our community truly is.
It's nice.
Food donations needed now more than ever, but supply can't meet demand. The ones who might usually help struggling with their own bills.
We aren't getting as many donations. We've seen our shelves get pretty empty.
But those who can help do. The Adopt a Family program to help families in need get a proper Christmas, a hit thanks to many of you.
We cannot thank the Windsor-Essex community enough for coming through.
High school students with a goal to fill a city bus to the brim with food.
Me being out in the community, helping people that need help, and basically getting help from all the students here at Massey, I see that it's a really, really great thing, and it means a lot to me.
The Windsor Mosque, gathering winter essentials to keep people warm.
Another part is to engage in a discussion and find out how we can share more resources together and how we can help one another out for the betterment of our community.
Tailgaters from Windsor collecting money in Detroit for young people.
Started 20 years ago with 7 of us, evolved to now almost 300 people today.
But hey, did you make it through the night?
Community kindness shining through every day, with donation bins like this around the city to support our local food banks and make a difference this holiday.
Having the food support and help, like assistance with the food, means a lot.
There's a great need, and I really believe it's not going to get better, that people are going to need more help.
And we'll hear more about the helpers and the help needed tonight. But first, we want to highlight a program kids in Windsor love and parents call a lifesaver. The CBC's TJ Deer now on the everyday magic of after-school programs.
This is a part of day that kids love, getting off the bus and into their neighborhood community center. After all, there's a lot for them to do.
We have snack here, and we go to the gym and do like really cool crafts.
I like that we can go swimming every Friday.
When kids first arrive, it's all arts and crafts. If they need help with their homework, tutoring is also available for them. It's also a spot where kids can just run around and have fun. This is a typical weekday at the Gino and Liz Marcus Community Center.
We have 5 different communities that the program's offered in, and it's an opportunity for parents that perhaps can't take care of their children directly after school due to work obligations or other appointments that they may need to attend.
Soon enough, it's time to eat. As part of the program, a healthy snack is provided to make sure kids are not going hungry after school. Hungry children is a growing problem. Organizers say that for some families, this is a big help. According to Food Banks Canada's annual report released in October, around 500,000 food bank clients across Canada, or about a third of the total number of clients, are children. Here in Windsor-Essex, 2,100 children were food bank clients this year, from January to September, according to the UHC Hub of Opportunities. This is a jump from 1,700 children in 2019, an increase of about 23%.
Having the opportunity to taste a snack and not have to worry about if they're hungry while they're being tutored is important as well. Makes the child focus better when their bellies are full.
Parents are happy that their children are being given healthy foods as part of the program.
I find that this is a valuable resource to a lot of the children, mine included, to be able to come to a program like this and have a snack or a meal that is nutritious and filling.
I know a lot of kids don't have very nutritious lunches at school, although at her school they do have a food program in the classroom, which helps. So it's very important, the snack program here.
Rive's granddaughter, Bella, loves the snack program so much, she was once angry when she had to leave.
It was snack time, and I came earlier than usual, and she hadn't had her snack. But they were kind enough to give her a takeaway snack.
The after-school program is offered at 5 locations in the west and center of the city. 4 of the 5 locations are free of charge, subsidized by the city. The Optimist Community Center costs parents $13 a day. Parents can call the city if they need help registering. Demand is high at all 5 locations. Makes sense, since the program is a hit with kids and parents.
We really do love the Gino Marcus and the program here, and the kids have really bonded with a lot of the program coordinators and stuff, and they love to talk about them and be here.
Community centers like these also have bins where people can donate to the food bank through the Sounds of the Season drive. TJ Deer, CBC News, Windsor.
And because it's Sounds of the Season, we wanted to prepare something extra special for you all. And for that, I'm joined by local musician Willowbrook, who will be with us throughout the evening. Willowbrook is a Leamington-born singer and a regular at Fog Lounge. And Willowbrook, you and I are going to chat a bit more later on in the program. But first, I'll let you introduce yourself through song. So here's Willowbrook playing Pretty Paper by Willie Nelson.
Pretty paper, pretty ribbons of blue. Wrap your presents to your darling from you. Pretty pencils to write I love you. Oh, pretty paper, pretty ribbons of blue. Crowded streets, busy feet hustle by. Downtown shopping, Christmas is nigh. In the midst, the ringing of laughter, just hoping that you won't pass them by. Will you stop? Better not, much too busy. You're in a hurry, my how time does fly. In the distance, the ringing of laughter, and in the midst of the laughter he cries, oh, pretty paper, pretty ribbons of blue.
Thank you for that, Willowbrook, and we'll hear from you again in just a little bit. And that song is a timely reminder of some of the challenges people are facing this holiday season. And here are the latest numbers from the Windsor-Essex Food Bank Association. It's seen an 87% increase in the number of new food bank users compared to last year. That's 7,000 people turning to food banks for help for the very first time. They're seeing more people who are employed, who are low income, more seniors who are in need of more support. At the Unemployed Help Center specifically, they've served over 92,000, with a 48% increase in new food bank users. June Muir is the CEO at the Unemployed Help Center, and she joins us now live along with volunteer Johnson Athuri. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
June, doing this work is your passion. You've been with the UHC for many, many years. Why do you do this?
So I have been here for 22 years, and my first job was supervising the food bank. And I have a passion because I grew up in a low-income neighborhood myself. So I know what it's like for many families to not have food on the table. So I'm very passionate about what I do, and I really want to help people. And that's why I like my job.
Yeah. And this is an especially tough year for many people. And I wonder, how do you balance that out when asking for help?
It is a tough year because many people that donated aren't able to donate today. So we're asking those that can to please do so. And how you can help is just donate $5. So I have put a call out for action, and I've asked the community, if you can donate $5, go to our website. That $5 does make a difference. So all you have to go to is uhc.ca and donate.
And I know that there's also a great need for volunteers, and for that I'd like to go to Johnson. Johnson, you're a full-time volunteer at the UHC. What's that been like for you?
You know, I started working here as a volunteer at the end of 2016 until now. Daily I came at 7:30 early morning, and I take the car and go heading to different locations to pick money stuffs and back again to the food bank. At the same time, I help our colleagues here in loading, offloading, and distributing food for the people here, and I am very happy for what I am doing today.
Well, I really, really appreciate the work that you're doing, Johnson, and you as well, June. Thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Kate.
you. Thank you very much.
Johnson Athuri is a volunteer at the UHC, and June Muir is CEO.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad.
That's music from Windsor Morning's Bollywood Holiday Band. That's tabla drummer Kritarth Shatut and friends. Navnanwa and the team celebrating sounds of the season this morning. Artists making music and making some artistic items that you can win through our draw, and we'll have more details on that later in our show. And yes, a surprise guest there, Tony Doucette, making an appearance as Quizmaster. And a big congratulations to the winner and new Mr. Holiday, Navnanwa. I want to introduce you now to Emni Bahiri, the principal at An-Nur Islamic School. That's part of the Windsor Islamic Association. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we've seen the coat drive that the Windsor Islamic Association was doing, all of your fundraising efforts. How have they been going?
We are very blessed that we were able to do such a good job collecting for those who are less fortunate, and it's always an honor and a pleasure to help the greater Windsor community.
And you've been generous enough to partner with Sounds of the Season as well. What can you tell us about how that's gone?
Our kids have been so generous. Our parents bringing in loads of canned goods to bring into the school and getting ready for tomorrow and actually next week's pickup.
It's wonderful, and I'm noticing you have something with you.
Yes, we
Thank
do.
you so much.
The Windsor Islamic Association is very pleased and honored to present you with a check for $2,000 to help in this event.
That's amazing. We really appreciate your generosity, and to the community as well, everybody that supported.
Well, it is our duty as Muslims to help anyone who is in need.
And what can you share with the community in terms of what more people can do to continue to support your efforts in the coming weeks and in the year ahead?
I think what needs to be known is that so many people, and due to circumstances beyond their control, are in need. And it can't be just a seasonal thing. It needs to be a year-round effort, because people are not in need in just one season. They need the help all year round. So as long as we can have a part of this help, we will be there always.
Really, really appreciate your time today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Emni Bahiri is the principal at An-Nur Islamic School, part of the Windsor Islamic Association. And we want to remind people tonight that even though our big Sounds of the Season shows are today, we're still helping to collect donations in the days ahead up until December 31st. Boxes will be out at different locations across Windsor, Essex, and you can find all of those details on our website, cbc.ca/Windsor. And people who donate online or in person to the CBC Windsor building can win prizes. And stick around, we'll have the grand total of what's been raised so far later on in the show, plus a live draw of one of the prizes that people can win. So let's bring Willowbrook back now. Willowbrook, our show today is all about community giving and generosity, and you talk a lot about your music being about community and creating a safe community as well. So what do you want our audience to know about how they can support your community?
My biggest community is Fog Lounge. It's downtown Windsor, and they have the best reputation for supporting local arts, music, like visual artists. They're amazing, and they are the reason that I have so many of the opportunities that I've gotten. So definitely go support local businesses, local venues.
Do you want to say a little more about that, just like on a personal note when you're there? How does that feel?
It's genuinely a second home to me. Like I'm there multiple times a week for open mic for different shows, or even just to hang out with my friends, and it's just such a cozy atmosphere.
Awesome. Well, I know that you're about to share an original song with us. What do you want to tell us about it?
It's called Sweet Diana, and it's actually about Anne of Green Gables. So if you're most likely Canadian and you enjoy Anne of Green Gables, you'll catch some hints in the lyrics.
Perfect. So we'll get Willowbrook to take us to break with that original, and then after that, we'll have weather. Stay with us. Take it away.
Kindred souls alike, forever intertwined. Hold my hand and count the starry sky. Sweet Diana, I solemnly swear for as long as the sun and the moon shall endure, I will be yours.
We're going to take a weather break now. We've got Dahlia Ashry joining us for a look at the days ahead. Dahlia, chance of some flurries looks like.
Yes, that's right, Katarina. Some flurries is in sight, but let me tell you, I mean, winter doesn't officially start until next Wednesday. So southwestern Ontario, I think, is getting a little spoiled right now. We don't have that Colorado low that's hitting southwestern Ontario the way it's hit most of Toronto and Mississauga and some parts of the greater Toronto area. Now, we are having a little bit of technical difficulty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to step up, but we're still going to talk about what we're seeing. I mean, some parts of Ontario is really just seeing that mixture of rain and snow. We're not quite seeing that in Windsor. What we are seeing is some drizzle that is expected for tonight, and we are seeing that we are sitting really with those seasonal temperatures the way that we should be expected to see this time of year, except we are sitting a little bit above the seasonal temperatures. Usually it'd be 1 degree, and we are sitting at 8 degrees. Usually the normal low is -5. We're sitting at 1 here in southwestern Ontario. So really that just means here in Windsor, a little warmer than expected, a little bit milder temperatures than usual. Right now in Windsor it's 4 degrees, a little bit cooler out in London and Kitchener. But again, it is not so bad right now. So enjoy it while it lasts, because like you said, Katerina, there is a little bit of flurries on the way. So like we can see here, if we take a look, we're seeing a lot of blue and white activity here. And that means in Toronto, there's a lot of mixture of rain and snow because of that weather advisory that's in effect. But when we take a look here at southwestern Ontario, we're not quite seeing much of it. But as we head into Friday afternoon, we'll see a little bit of traces of flurries. So that is to be expected, especially in the afternoon tomorrow, a little bit in the morning as you commute to work as well. And then into the evening, it starts to clear up a little bit as we head into the weekend. Now, because of that precipitation as well, we're seeing a little bit of drizzle tonight, and that will carry through a little bit into tomorrow as well. But mostly flurries is what we're expecting for tomorrow. Friday evening, we're seeing a little bit of precipitation as well. So that is something to keep an eye out on. In Toronto, quite slippery, not the same conditions out in Windsor. Now, it is quite windy. We're seeing winds that are gusting up to 30 kilometers an hour in Windsor for tomorrow evening. So if you're planning on heading out tomorrow evening, just expect that. Bundle up, because although it's showing you that it's 2, it might be feeling more like -3 or -4. Tonight, temperatures will drop to -3 in Windsor, a little bit chilly. And then, like I said, there is some sunshine on the way, something to look forward to. Katerina?
Thanks so much for that, Dahlia.
Thanks.
Let's go back to Willowbrook now to take us to break with a holiday classic, Run, Rudolph, Run. We'll be back in a few.
Out of all the reindeer, you know you're the mastermind. Run, run, Rudolph, Rudolph ain't so far behind. Say, run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Santa, make him hurry, we can take the freeway down. Run, run, Rudolph, I'm feeling like a merry-go-round.
free.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But it doesn't feel like Christmas this year. Try to wish you happiness and cheer, but I'm afraid that it won't come out so sincere. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
That was a holiday original from Willowbrook called A Christmas Melody. Our Windsor Morning crew pieced together their Sounds of the Season show today, and one guest helped show how to stretch $1 in your kitchen.
So what I'll do here, because you want your starch, your veg, and your protein in one dish, so we have a little bit of zucchini we're going to add to this too. So we'll just kind of mix it around. Now we can add a little bit of salt and pepper. If you want a little bit of heat to the dish, you can add a little bit of chili flakes, just like that. We also have some fresh cherry tomatoes, and I just kind of cut them up in quarters, and I'm going to add them to the sauce. That will add a little bit of sweetness, because these cherry tomatoes are super sweet, so add a little bit of sweetness to the sauce. And then now we're just going to cook it, and I have this on medium heat. Then we're just going to cook it out a little bit like this. So yeah, this is very actually cost effective, because onions, garlic are essential ingredients in the fridge. You're going to be needing some zucchini to chop, tomato can. I just turned this into a sauce from the tomato cans. So this would feeding affordable anywhere from $24 to $30. I also have meatballs included in this. So it is very affordable. It's very healthy too, because you get your vegetables, your starch, and your protein all in one dish, and super easy to make once you have everything prepared. My meatballs are very simple to make too, and then we'll just take about 4 meatballs here. Just add them to the sauce. And if we wanted to do a little bit, we could have added a little bit of cream to this and made it into a blush sauce, so you could have a lot of options of turning this into different recipes.
And now it's time to give you an update on where our Sounds of the Season donations sit today. You have helped us raise more than $11,000, and we've got at least 750 kilograms of food from a few of our community drives. Plus, we still have more to collect from other bins in the city. All of that, of course, going to local food banks. Let's bring in CBC's Jennifer LaGrassa. Jen, if they haven't already, where and how can people donate?
Yeah, there's still so much time for people to donate. It'll go until the end of the month. Here are some upcoming events where people will see our bins at. So the Capitol Theater is doing With Encore. That is today and tomorrow. You can drop off that food in the lobby. Windsor Essex, Art Windsor Essex at night is happening tonight. People can drop off food there. The Canadian Aviation Museum is looking to fill this airplane tomorrow. There's an event that it's holding at Windsor International Airport. Former CBCer Tony Doucette is going to be there for that. And then Bright Lights as well in Jackson Park. There's our bin there. And if you really miss out on all of those opportunities, you can go to a City of Windsor Community Center. There's a bin that's going to look similar to this one. You can drop your items in there. You can also go online. cdc.ca/Windsor has those full details for you, a list of places to donate. And there's prizes as well. Prizes such as this one here. You're entered if you donate online or if you come in here to the CBC Windsor building. There's also other donations as well. There is earrings from Indigenous artists, and there's Windsor Symphony Orchestra tickets as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to auction off this wreath right here. Stephanie Bazaire did this from Bourbon Rose. So I'm going to pick out our raffle cat. A quick drum roll for me. And so I've got David Hanna. That is going to be the winner of our wreath. We're going to go and give this to them. It's back to you, Kat.
Thanks for that, Jen. And that is a wrap on our Sounds of the Season show. Big thank you to our sponsors. Big thanks to everybody on our team who helped make this happen, and you as well, your generosity for making all this happen. Big thanks to Willowbrook for being here. Willowbrook, I'm going to let you take us out.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.